Hey guys, in this tutorial we will learn how to initialize Git repository. But what is Git? Git is a version control system. Before we dive into what, let's talk about why we need version control system and what problem it solves. So this is you, and let's say you are working on a project and you have one file in it called program.js. Okay, so your work is completed, and as a backup you created a final version of your program called program_final.js. Now you want to send this file to your friend Alice to review it. How you will send it? You put the file in email and send it to her. And now she got the file. She will review that file and she has some modification in your program, and she created another file called program_final_1.js, and she sent this file back to you. You see the problem over here? We have same program in 3 files with slight changes, and no one can tell which line is modified by who. And this is a very basic scenario. Think of a bigger project where you have hundreds of people and thousands of files. Do we have any better solution? You guessed it right. We have a Git version control system to solve this exact problem. Now let's say if you're working on the same project with Git version control system, you will have a single file, and that file will have its version history, so that I can go back and see who made that particular changes and what was the change in that file. Now we know what is Git and what problem it solved. Let's create our first repository. In Git terminology, repository is nothing but your project. Before we create our new repository, I have one existing repository which has our program.js, and all the versions are handled in Git. Let me open this folder in Visual Studio Code. If you have the latest version of Visual Studio Code, it has a new timeline feature which will tell all the history of your open file. So for example, we have this program.js file and it will show me all the history of this particular file. So for example, my first commit was add initial code. I can go and see. As you can see on the left hand side, there was nothing when I started working on this project, but then I added this console.log, and then I added another line of code. Then I found a bug in that particular line, and then I rectified that bug. And as you can see, we have all the history in one place, and we don't have all the different files with different naming convention. If you don't have Visual Studio Code installed, don't worry, we will not need it as of now. If you have it, it's a great program. You can install it from code.visualstudio.com. Before we initialize our Git repository, make sure you have the latest version of Git installed in your respective operating system. You can download the latest version of Git by visiting git-scm.com/downloads, and you can download it for your respective operating system. Now let's navigate and create our own repository and initialize it. So let me create another folder called project2, and I'll create the same file called program.js as I showed you in the existing repository which I created for the demonstration purpose. So let's say we'll create a new file, and I'll say program.js. okay. Now let's modify this particular file. I'll open it in Notepad now, but you can use your favorite code editor, and I'll just say console.log hello world. Don't worry if JavaScript is not your default programming language. If you don't know any programming language, you can even create a simple text file to demonstrate how to create a repository. Now we have the program.js. Let's open this particular folder in command prompt. Okay. Now just to make sure you have a Git installed in your machine, you can just check git -- version. And as you can see, I have git 2.24.1 windows.2 installed in my machine. If you're using Mac or Linux, you will have the similar version convention. The way we run the git command, we have to type git followed by the particular command which we want to use. If you want to see what all commands available to git, we can just say git -- help. and as you can see, we have a lot of commands available here. Don't worry about it. We will go and learn about all commands in upcoming video. In this particular video, we are interested in git init command, which will initialize our Git repository. So let me clear the screen. So as you can see, if I type git status is a special command which will tell me the status about my repository. And as you can see, it is saying not a Git repository. And that means Git doesn't know this particular project is a repository. And in Git convention, repository is nothing but your project or your folder. So we haven't tell Git yet to monitor this particular project. The way we have to do it, I'll say git init. I'll just move this window side by side, and as you can see, as soon as I'll initialize this particular Git empty repository, in our project2 folder, one special folder will be created called .git. If you haven't selected the hidden items, you may not see that particular folder because it is hidden, so that you will not delete it accidentally. So let me just press enter, and as you can see, we have an empty Git repository. We just converted this folder to a Git repository. And now if I type the same command git status, Git will tell me, hey, we have one untracked file, which is program.js, but still Git is not tracking that file. In next video, we'll see how we can commit this file into Git repository and how we can add it to staging area and then commit it to committed area. I hope you got the basic understanding of Git and why we used it. If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed to this channel already, please do subscribe. I'll try to make these videos regularly. Thank you.